Hey, human animals. It's a Married with Channels podcast where we are a married couple talking about TV shows and movies. But this week, it's a couple TV shows, and it's kind of the same format we did a couple weeks ago where it's Boba Fett and then Peacemaker. But why not? It's two shows we're into, and a lot of people are digging, so why not?
Also, it's all we've had time to watch again.
That is right.
Yep.
We begin with Book of Boba Fett.
Wait, who are you?
Oh, I'm Moose.
And I'm Jody.
Right, yeah, we're the married couple.
That's right.
I just want to get down into it.
I guess so. You were like kind of ready to talk about this, huh?
Well, I was actually going to defer to you because we're recording this a few days earlier than we normally do because you have thoughts and you want to get them out.
I do. Yeah.
So let's just go with your thoughts on Book of Boba Fett, episode 6. From the desert emerges a stranger.
Okay.
Right.
I'll go first. I'm disappointed. Like, it's just another episode of Mandalorian, and what happened to Grogu after The Mandalorian ended, and that's fine, and it's all fine, but I was really interested in Boba Fett and that storyline and his character, and it just seems like they totally did veer totally away from that. So I was disappointed, and basically this is just like I feel like you fooled the audience. Like, ooh, here's a cool new show about the story of Boba Fett and what happened to him afterwards. But really, it's just like a Mandalorian reunion and a chance to like re-show off all of that stuff.
Yeah. No, that's kind of how I feel. It's like when I watch this episode, I'm like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
What's the point of this fucking show? Like, it's so all over the place. It started off good the first couple episodes, and then we get into the Mandalorian stuff, and now we're into Grogu and Luke Skywalker and training, and I can't remember the Jedi lady with the tentacles on her head, but Rosario Dawson's character, but it's like, what the fuck's going on? This is not about Grogu. It's a show about Boba Fett.
I know, and I feel a little duped because I was really into that story. I was fully invested in that character. They did
Boba
a lot.
Fett?
Yes.
Yeah. They
did a lot of work to, get you into that. And then, just to veer somewhere else, it's like, oh, but look at these people over here. It's like, no, I want to go back to that story over there.
Unless it comes back to Boba Fett, like really satisfyingly in the final episode, which is next week or this coming Wednesday, whatever. I don't think this show will last. It's unfocused and it doesn't know what it wants to do. It screams of either a couple things, like they were writing it as they go and didn't know the end game, or
that's foolish.
Or the Disney suits got involved. It's like, Mandalorian's a success. You got to put Mandalorian in there. They both have the same type of helmet things. Got to be in there, And, I
think there was a way to do that, though. But this is like really heavy. It's just, it's too much. It's just Mandalorian. And which, don't get me wrong, I love. But I wanted to see more of Boba's story. That's what I was enjoying for, over half of it. So,
yeah,
I don't know.
It's interesting because these episodes, for the most part, Robert Rodriguez directed a couple, but I think they've been, for the most part, written by either Jon Favreau or Dave Filoni, who are both, responsible for The Mandalorian and its success. And they did a good job. But
sure.
So it leads me to believe that there's other forces at play here, like Mandalorian. This show is a victim of Mandalorian's success.
Sure. Absolutely.
Because it feels like it's all wedged in there. Shit, you couldn't maybe find a new cool character that Boba Fett could recruit. Shit,
yeah.
You might have another spinoff if the character's good enough. There's been a couple of characters from these shows that they talk about spinning off, and they are.
Well, I think there's a way to integrate, some of those characters, but For me, it was just too much for multiple episodes now, not just one episode. And then they get back to the story and it has some sort of relevance. It's like 2 episodes now that have just kind of been more of the Mandalorian. And I don't know. I was truly enjoying the other storyline with Boba and Fennec Shand and kind of all of that.
And you said if they have like one episode veering away from things, okay. And I agree, but that one episode, it had nothing to do with Boba Fett. It was all about Mandalorian.
Yeah.
And him fighting the other Mandalorian and the armorer. And that's basically it.
Yep.
And he gets a new ship.
Yeah.
And it had nothing to do with Boba Fett except for the last 3 minutes, 2 minutes. I'm probably being a little bit gracious and generous there. But so it's like, okay, this sucked. And then you come back and you do this one with, you have the Timothy Olyphant character and the town shootout with the one baddie.
Yeah, which looks straight out of a spaghetti western there. Yeah. Like High Noon.
Oh, totally.
Quick draw,
Which, okay, that's cool. I just don't think, I think that maybe belongs more than the shit with the Mandalorian.
Sure. It's setting up that there's somebody on the horizon that's pretty bad,
Yeah.
trying to stake claim here.
And listen, I had this conversation with, a couple friends of mine who I play video games with, one of which is a very big Star Wars fan.
Sure.
And he's not defending it. He thinks the show's got its issues for sure, but he kind of defaults to, well, you got to read the books or whatever. And it's like, no, I shouldn't have to read the books. This should be self-contained,
I just felt like it was a bait and switch. Like, you got me all invested in this character and he's the main character. And then you're like, but look at all these shiny little toys we have over here, and
yeah.
They're also trying to cram a lot into everything. Like,
it just screams of Disney saying, well, you got to put Mandalorian in there.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make sense for the show. Put him in there. It's a hot show. People love it. Grogu.
Sure.
Get Grogu in there. And made it even worse by the fact that this episode, the cliffhanger, wasn't anything to do with Boba Fett. It was a cliffhanger involving fucking Grogu and Luke Skywalker. Here's the clip.
I will give you a choice. This is a lightsaber. It belonged to my teacher, Master Yoda. And now, I'm offering it to you. But you may choose only one. If you choose the armor, you'll return to your friend, the Mandalorian. However, you will be giving into attachment to those that you love, and forsaking the way of the Jedi. But if you choose the lightsaber, you will be the first student in my academy, and I will train you to be a great Jedi.
Yeah, which one are you going to choose, little guy? Who cares?
Which,
it's not the Grogu show. It's the Boba Fett show.
Well, and also, can I just say about some of that whole kind of, I don't know, those whole scenes with Grogu kind of training, like, he's cute and I love him. I adore him. But, like, the scenes with him jumping from rock to rock, it just looks so cheesy and poorly done that I was like, what? It just looks like a puppet on a string that you just rigged up.
I'm seeing more people talking about the Luke Skywalker CGI.
See, and that didn't bother me as much as that jumping kind of scene did.
None of that bothered me. The only thing that bothered me with that whole sequence was Luke's voice. His voice was weird.
Huh.
It's like they took, Mark Hamill did the lines and they, through some software, tried to take the old guy gravel out.
Sure.
Maybe.
And
it just sounded weird. It wasn't like super off-putting. I'll put it this way. That's the least of my concerns.
Sure.
With this episode. We spent way too much time with the fucking Grogu and Luke Skywalker on a show about Boba Fett. It's like, hey, let's watch Magnum PI. Okay, you turn on its A-Team for 48 minutes.
Sure. I agree. I think this is kind of like when you watch your
reference. Sorry.
When you watch your favorite show and the next week they don't have a new episode because they're doing a crossover event with another show that you don't watch and you don't like, but you have to kind of watch it because you might miss something in the plot.
Yeah. I just, you can't come up with a good story for Boba Fett.
Well, they had one going, a good one, I thought. And I think a lot of this could be condensed down. Like, I think you could still show those things, but like, the building of Mandalorian's ship, that was way too long.
Yeah.
It was like this bonding thing between he and Amy Sedaris' character. Sedaris, sorry. And, oh my gosh, I just lost my train of thought. I'm tired.
Yeah, the montage was too long.
It was too long, and I think you could have just maybe shown a glimpse of that, and then, he gets recruited by Fennec Shan, and then he says he's going to go visit, and I think you could still maybe have that scene maybe a little shorter where he's kind of observing. I cannot use words tonight.
Words be hard.
Yeah, I'm tired. You could kind of have him observing Grogu in his training and kind of making that decision of whether he actually visits or not, and then that be that. He goes back to the Boba Fett story. Like, I think you could have taken those 2 episodes and put it in like 5 whole minutes, if not less.
I would have been more satisfied if the show up to this point focused mostly on him and his time with the Tusken Raiders. I think that was
for
more
Boba and the Tusken
for
Raiders.
Boba Fett.
Yeah,
I think that was more of an interesting story.
Yeah,
and dynamic, because I just think it. It's almost like he found a family, and I think I alluded to that the last time we talked about the show. But
yeah,
I don't know, the Boba Fett show. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. I mean, come on, man. Screenwriting 101.
Angry about this.
I am. It's like they're just going by. They're just like, hey, here's some Star Wars shit. They'll eat it up.
Yeah.
Who cares what the story is and the plot? And here are the Star Wars fans. Give me more shit. Sorry, I am getting mad about it.
Wow. Okay. Shall we move on?
I think we shall.
Before your veins start popping.
Pop. Moving on to Peacemaker. Episode 6?
6.
Also episode 6. Okay, that makes it easier. This is the one. This confirmed my theory, right?
Yes.
Yeah, about, I forgot his name, the head guy.
Mern,
yeah. How he is a butterfly.
Yes.
And I theorized, well, what if he's like a good butterfly who's trying to fight bad butterflies? And that's essentially what it is.
Yeah.
So, come on.
Yep. Good job.
Thank you.
You called it. Yeah.
But you had a lot of butterflies in this episode.
Holy cow, yeah.
Ugh. It's not like gruesome, but anytime you have that visual of like we'll say a parasite going into your body and nestling in there.
Ugh.
So I think I got it right. When they take over a human, they effectively kill the human.
Yeah. They're just using the body as a host, essentially.
Okay.
To get all up in there and
so the lady cop,
it.
she gonna be dead whenever that butterfly's.
Yeah.
I wonder if they can remove it, because we've only
like
seen
under
them shoot
surgery.
Yeah, or take this pill or inject this fluid and it dies and fall. I don't know.
But then the person is already dead, though.
I always thought that
they actually kind of go through that because they were upset with Mern for essentially killing someone, but then he revealed like, trust me, I'm not happy about it either, but I tried to find the worst person in the world I could find.
Yeah, I remember that part.
Yeah, he inhabited like a murderer's body or something. But
yeah, so Mern is a butterfly, and a couple people in the crew know about it. Economo just doesn't want to even hear about it. He literally puts his fingers in his ears.
Yeah.
And so you had Peacemaker's dad get out of jail, and he's suiting up as the White Dragon. He's gonna go kill his son and probably spread a little racism all over the place on his way. I thought this was maybe kind of not as good an episode.
Sure.
It was good as far as it was moving stuff forward quite a bit.
Yeah.
We see that the butterflies are now going to be kicking ass and taking names. but it was a little short on the wit and the snappiness
Sure.
of it. I mean, I thought it was kind of funny, not funny, but a little bit funny how Chris Peacemaker he knew something was up, and there's something they're not telling him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just play that clip now.
When were you going to give me that bit of information? What is going on? Oh, and I'm the asshole here for actually believing we're a fucking team.
Everyone, get done what you need to get done. We leave at the break of dawn for Coverdale Ranch to kill the cow.
And you thought they were going to reveal to him that Myrn was a butterfly, but they didn't, and I wonder why.
I don't know, but I also thought it was funny when he was speaking at the children's school.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. That was good. And he gave them all nicknames.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like, you pregnant by 14, go
Yes.
ahead, or something.
I thought it was a little slower episode. I thought it was a lot of kind of time filling leading to something, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it wasn't probably the best.
And, that being said, it was still good. It was just a little.
Sure.
I wonder, and I'm blurting this out before I forget, you know how they had the butterfly and they were doing the tap on the glass thing?
Yeah.
Him and Vigilante.
They were trying to communicate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Vigilante kept asking, like, what's your favorite color?
Yeah.
Is it teal? And I don't know why, but I was thinking, I wonder if that's going to come back.
Well, yeah. I mean, he did come back with kind of a comeback line last week when he was like, and we didn't even get to find out if its favorite color was teal.
Yeah. Like, I wonder if that's going to come on the last episode or two.
Yeah.
And it's revealed, like, if you show the color teal to a butterfly, they start seizing or something, or their eyes melt off. I don't know.
Yep.
I just wonder if that'll come back. Maybe I'm overthinking that, but
Maybe.
I thought the captain, he's like the buddy of Myrn.
Yes.
I thought he was already a butterfly.
I thought so too.
So I was a little surprised when those butterflies attacked the police station that they infested him.
Absolutely. Same, because when he was perched over the bodies in the woods, he was like, act sad,
Yeah.
And so I thought he was already a butterfly because they have a hard time, showing human facial emotions.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of go through that when Detective Song kind of is talking to her partner, and she's like,
she's trying to smile.
She's trying to smile, yeah, and she's like, it doesn't matter how many bodies they invade. It's different for everyone.
Yeah, it's still hard or something
like
that.
Yep.
But so I thought he was a butterfly. I guess he was just some gun for hire that Myrn knew.
Yeah, maybe so.
But I guess he's a butterfly now.
I guess so.
So now he's public enemy number 1. Peacemaker is.
Yep.
And I'm hoping this, like, I don't want to kill anybody thing is temporary. Like, I think you want to kind of, based on Suicide Squad, like, he was kind of a ruthless, killer when they went through that jungle scene.
I think it's going to come down to where he has to kill his father.
Yeah, I think so, too.
Or be killed.
There's definitely this show can't get away with him and his father not having some big confrontation.
Well, and it would just be kind of the, ultimate internal struggle for him that he's been dealing with this whole time.
Yeah.
I thought it was really sweet. He's playing Motley Crue's Home Sweet Home on the piano.
Yeah.
And massive fingers, like, good job playing the piano, John Cena, because I don't know how you do that with massive fingers like that.
Yeah. No, and I told you, I literally saw that morning that we watched it, some quick article about how John Cena is a pretty good piano player and he's self-taught.
Yeah.
So good for him with them big chubby sausages. But another good episode, just not the best.
Sure.
For Peacemaker. And
yep.
I don't know, if I'm one of those guys, I'm walking around with like a fencing mask on and some protection for my bunghole and all that.
They can't get up in your body.
Up in there, yeah.
Ooh.
This was funny when they were all converted you know, the detectives, the captain, and the prisoners, and they were all walking out in slow motion. They all had that kind of weird smile.
With the blood.
With the blood. And the captain had like, oh my God, that was like kind of scary.
I know.
He had like almost a Joker with no face paint smile on his face. But
yeah, that was kind of freaky.
yeah. Good stuff, though.
Yep.
Anything else on either Boba Fett or Peacemaker there, Jody?
No, I'll stick them out if I'm in it this far. So,
Yeah, there's only one more Boba Fett for this season. But
well, they better tie it all in or I'm out for next season, maybe. We'll see.
I doubt they're going to finish it up to a place where I'm kind of like, okay, all right, that's fine.
They would be surprising you if they did, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
All right, fair enough.
Damn Boba Fett show.
But Grogu, oh, he's so cute.
Yeah, Grogu can wait until Mandalorian season 3.
I know, but people are eating it up.
But there's a goddamn Grogu.
Oh,
Focus
how can
groups.
you not?
That's going to do it for us. Make sure you follow us or give us a good review. Subscribe to the show, please. Helps us out.
Share, tell your friends.
Follow us on Twitter at Mary W. Chans. Until next time, my name is Moose.
And I'm Jody.
And we're Married with Channels. Bye.
Bye.